Alright, welcome back everyone to A Programmer Plays Ender Magnolia. In our previous episode, we managed to make it to the upper stratum. We even found some cool stuff in there. Some progress was had. And today we're going to continue exploring in the upper stratum. I want to see if we can't find a proper save point, because we didn't find one, and I found that very surprising. Love that fire damage coming in clutch. Alright, so that completes this one. Yeah. We'll just keep heading left. I don't love that it feels like I use Hanti to, try and break enemies, get parts from them. But I end up taking a lot of damage in the process. I know, skill issue, but still, something I would rather not experience. Alright. So we went down. Let's see if we can't do a little better. Hey, level 64. Okay. There is something going on there. Not need to mess up very hard. Oh, well, there went our free revive. You do not need to mess up very hard for these things to do significant damage to you. Just watch that happen. It feels like might be that there's a connection from an outside room, so we'll keep exploring around. Mostly to get the heal, honestly. Whoa. Alright, we're gonna need to pop at least one heal. Alright, so if we look at our map... Alright, so yeah, this is a haughty situation. Gonna be a heal? No. Presently closed, state of emergency, remain indoors, the rain. Where this takes us? Took us to something. Priestess's tears increases damage dealt to enemies by a percentage depending on the number of filled SP gauges. 1 gauge, 10%, 2 gauges, 15%. We already had one of these, didn't we? Look at that. That's biological facility completed. I like that. For thoroughness, we're gonna pop into here to see. Oh, maybe there's. You look cool. I think I might have seen him before, but. I feel a little weird just like standing over an enemy and just shooting them point blank. I'll take that. I assume that this is gonna take us like higher up, but I'll pop over just in case. Yeah, big room. Alright, that's fair. I overextended. And I knew that I overextended. It's wild that we're still not running into any healing spots. And honestly, we'd be better off coming from over here, which sounds crazy to me, at least. Anything I can do in terms of I thought we had this, didn't we? 1 gauge, 10%, 2 gauges, 15%. Is it? Or was that a totem? And so it's kind of the same thing, but in relic form. I think it was like a totem, maybe. I don't remember. Enhance anything. Right. Would be good to just. Yeah. No. Wait a minute, this doesn't feel right. Also not right. So, we've learned. This is definitely not the way to do this. What's the experience I was getting there? I'm confused about the experience. Nope. Well, that was way easier than I was making it. Nice, Administrator's Amplifier. Hell yeah. Alright, so with that in there, that does not answer the question of how this room works, but... I'm not real sure why that hitbox didn't connect. Seems like it should have, you know? Ah, secret. Nice. chunky damage. But this grab for 2,000, nice, and that completes this room. Excellent. I've said it before, and I'll probably end up saying it again. I rather enjoy that these games let us, you know, decide completionism for individual rooms. Ooh, okay. Alright, well that didn't super work out for me, but okay. We might right on this one die. Level 65, nice. Got some easy targets out here. Assassin that takes some unfortunate damage. My thought was I'll come out here and kill a couple things, and that'll net me more health than if I just go charging straight into the next room. But I think that actually worked out in the negative for me. Go ahead and pop this, even though it's like, not a good idea for me to do so. There we go. That actually worked out surprisingly well. Hitbox for those explosions is actually surprisingly generous. Alright, Celestial Bangle. Improved stats, primarily defense. Up to 2 bracelets can be equipped at a time. A bracelet marked with a rune depicting celestial rays. Bangles were the creation of Cain Silius, the Lord of House Milius, and Master Craftsman. Alright, so that's... we're doing pretty good here. I guess just like the way that they've chosen to like sort of ramp up the difficulty of this area is to have fewer save points, which is fair. That is a tried and true approach for a lot of games, especially Metroidvanias. So here we are in here, grabbing these resources. Wait, hold on. Before we do that, can we use this at all? We can. Taking advantage of our new combo. Alright. Alright, so that is a pierce from above, yeah. I don't know why I just like derped on the button combo for that, but didn't really notice you there. Blended into the background. Alright, so let's make the potentially questionable assumption that we've got to super jump out of here. This? Ooh, interesting. Alright. Locked door. Ooh, I misread. Just literally just like looked wrong at which kind of enemy that was. Alright. You know what? We've got a bunch of stuff burning a hole in my pocket. Let's go deal with that. Sneeze. Alright, so we can buy at least one of these. Hey, you know what? We'll buy two of them. Doesn't seem better than what I've currently got. Alright. We're gonna start buying a couple of those. Here's my logic. I can see myself getting into it with a boss and wanting to make like a bespoke loadout for that boss and needing a few more slots. Totally separate from the style that we're currently doing of like general purpose attack. getting there with our with the gear. I appreciate that there's a glow on them to tell us which ones we have upgraded. So this one's glowing, this one's glowing, this one's not glowing. They're layering a lot of information in. It's good. Alright. We purchased some stuff. We could go ahead and let's get your second ability upgraded. And you know what? We'll go ahead and upgrade your third ability too, just to get you completely maxed out like that. Like it. I like that a lot. We'll max this out as well. Okay. Next time around, we'll try and ease things. We're getting there. We're getting there. Alright. Oh, equipment. Consider our stuff. Negative 20, 150, 120 is the stats on this, which we can see if we toggle me off. That would be a net negative on this one. Well, I mean, it would give us a lot of heal potency, but some loss to attack and some loss to HP, or a significant bump in defense and heal potency. We are taking a lot of damage. Like that is a truth of something that's happening to us. So yeah, let's go a little defensive. I think I've maybe erred on the side of 2 glass cannon E. And this time we'll come from this side again. Swing a right towards where we ended last episode. It does feel weird that there's just not, so far, there's not a place we can spawn in here that's, in here. I'm so eloquent. The thing with a lot of these enemies is that, like, when you mess up, it's 100% you. Like, you know it. You feel it in your bones. Like, oh, that's my mistake. Let's see what we can find. Level 66. Gosh dang it. Felt like these things were gonna do something weird. But it doesn't seem like it. That was on me. Being greedy. What are you? Oh, nice. Oh, that'll get used forthwith. Oh no, it's one of our friends. Won't allow your death to be in vain. Gosh, that is not much of a illusion for her. Very little send off. Alright, well shit. I mean, clearly we just need to be over here now. Honestly, you know what? Let's do a little reset. We can enhance one of our dudes. Again, I don't really think that we're getting any benefit from fully enhancing our dudes, but on the off chance that we are, I'm doing it. Yeah, right. Appreciate that we get parts from them falling down. Means that we're not like constantly scrounging for them. Alright, so from here, we need to go a little bit right. Shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. Go. Got one of wanted, which was a big deal. Alright, so from in here, we can go, let's go back left where we died so unfortunately before. I do enjoy the kind of emergent, yeah, that makes sense, the rules all fit together aspect of attacking enemies through walls, which is that our own dudes can't attack through walls. So being cheap does also slow us down, which is good. I like that. Hey, hey. Alright. Actually, I'm a little tempted. Do a little poking around, see if we find anything exciting over here. We actually did find something exciting over here. A little preview, a little sneak peek of what's coming, I guess. And door that we can't get through, cool. See the lever. Oh, interesting. Okay. There so that we can get over to there. Oh, this one's got layers. Fun. So we need to be in here in order to bust through this one, in order to bust through this one, probably. Who's there? I wonder if the reason this exists is just to make this spot a little weirder. Yeah, it is. But I like that. Yep, another one of these. Perfect. Okay. I don't know why I cut it off early there. That was a silly thing to do. do not know how to get to that. Oh, that's funny that it just put me over here. Should be able to, yeah, nice. Okay, slightly worrying. Whoa! This guy's got monster health. Why it feels like we've got like low frame rate going on. First try. I was about to say, like, is this going to be the last one? That would be surprising. Protect Empyrean Parasol. Failed my duty. Please stop. Master Gilroy. All by himself. The Lord's burden. Nothing left to protect. Forgive me. Done all I can. You have earned your rest. Alright, one of these. That would hit a little harder if we hadn't found several of those over the course of the past half hour. That's a big room. We're opening a shortcut to somewhere. Oh no, our friend. No. They came prepared for this. I appreciate that there's a bunch of bodies. Alright. Finally. We've been looking for this all episode. I'm home. You got us to the upper stratum. Thank you, Lilac. We wouldn't have made it without you. Thank you, Motley. Say, do you ever think about becoming the next lord of your house? Gilroy always wanted me to, but I don't think my father wanted to entrust the duties of a lord to a human. He didn't trust the judgment of humans. But you have the perspective of both humans and homunculi. You'd be a great fit. I do, don't I? That's cute. Ooh, and another one. Familial ties. I never expected my comrades to follow us into the upper stratum. They always did care deeply about you. Perhaps it was our mutual hatred of Declan that forged such strong bonds between us. However, I suspect it wasn't just for me. You earned their respect as well. That's so. I hope I'm worthy of it then. You like the name Number 7. As names go, it doesn't suit you very much. I don't dislike it. The number connects me to my comrades. I understand. I liked being called Lorna Frost, too. I really like these conversations. I want there to be more of them. Like I would be very happy if they did like a DLC and they're like, hey, we've added just a bunch of more conversations. Just fleshing out the comrades. Alright, that's him done. We'll go ahead and put you on. Gosh, we're doing pretty good, I feel like. We've got more fully upgraded than not. Alright, where does this go? Did I just literally never walk through this spot? Oh my gosh, I'm such a dum-dum. How did I never walk through this spot? That's crazy that Watching me has got to be such a frustrating experience. Just, there is one, you just somehow never walked through the one specific door that you needed to. Nice. HP plus 5. So let me go ahead. Since we're getting, you know, we can tell that we're getting closer to the end of the game. Let me go ahead and say something that I know that I'm going to talk about. When it comes to like final thoughts, right? I think this game could use more other kinds of upgrades. By which I mean, so like we've gotten a fair number of upgrades that are like, hey, this will like give you more health, right? But there's other like, there's a lot of other numbers in the whole thing about like, hey, what are the numbers behind how quickly you can recover health? And the answer, of course, to me asking about this is relics. Relics are the answer here. Because we've got a relic that like lets you heal faster, right? But there's a lot of numbers that are kind of like we can't directly manipulate. That could be, you know, nice minor upgrades, nothing like too huge, and I would really like that. All right, I thought this was going to be the way into this, but clearly not. So, do I think? Yeah, I kind of think that what I need to do is go down to here, loop around this way, and then climb up here. So, oof, yeah, let's get that process started, I guess. That might be... I'm not sure how big of an undertaking that's going to end up being. Thankfully, we can do this and skip the majority of it. Which I imagine is very much on purpose. All right. Nice, level 67. And opened a door. I think it was this door. Fly across like a bird. Got nice, more HP. That was a lot of. Well, I'm hurt that I just took. So, I'm about... Alright, so that opened that door, okay. Slowly untangling this knot. I'm pretty happy with this whole sequence. Gilroy's communication device. Gilroy, as you well know, I consider you my other self. This is not only because you were created from a biological replica of me, but also because, for better or worse, you and I are exceedingly similar in countless other ways. As such, I have been forced to place a most heavy burden on you. Rest assured, I know that the pain of sustaining the barrier is immeasurable, and I am preparing a homunculus to succeed you in this painful duty. I ask that you endure a little longer. Cain Milius. Alright, Nameless Priestess's Ring. SP gained while attacking increases by 20%. A ring from Abelia, Lord of House Frost. The homunculi of House Frost were created in conjunction with those of House Milius, but it is said that the Frosts parted with a number of valuables as part of the arrangement between the two houses. Right. What have we missed in here? Like, I can see some... well, no, I think that's part of the art. Possibly a secret... there's something there. Yes, there totally is. Nice. Alright. And that's that room completed. We're bluifying the whole map. Bit by little bit. Oop. Be a little tricky to not wall grab. Okay. Send it. I appreciate that they've put like scaffolding and stuff, background details that are totally unnecessary, but it helps make it easier to figure out and align yourself. Really appreciate little background details like that. Yeah. Pay me no heed. Continue forth. Really? Number 7's not even gonna acknowledge. Oh. Making progress. Alright, one last conversation. Come a long way. We've even climbed the Imperium Parasol. Down in the lower stratum, you'd look up and see this place off in the distance. Lilac, you ready to face Gilroy? I am a little nervous, but with all of you here, I think things will work out. I, too, am grateful for all of you. I've got your back. That didn't sound like you, Nola. Not that I'm complaining. Let's keep moving. Alright. We can go ahead and use at least one of those, use that amplifier. We'll use it here, I guess. Oof, 5. Gosh dang. Alright, cool. Well, next episode, we'll be diving into what's going on with all this. I still need to figure out how to do this little bit. The problem here is that there's water falling right here, which makes it hard to, jump over. So I feel like maybe there's some other tech that I'm missing, so some movement tech. But yeah, we've actually done pretty good, I feel like. Still don't know how to get this item. That one's a mystery to me. This one, I'm sure, is just a case of climb up over here. So that might be what we start with next episode. But big picture, I'd say we've done pretty good for ourselves. Yeah. Twitch. Nope, I'm sorry. YouTube. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.